Hey y'all, it's Kim from the blog Salvage Living here with Oliver and Gigi trying to see how she can fit in this chair. And today I thought I'd bring some fun tips to you guys, some pro tips about flea market shopping and bargaining, okay? A lot of people ask me about this. A lot of people are really nervous about how to do this. And so I'm gonna give you my tips and tricks on how I navigate a flea market to get the best prices for the things that I want. So when you guys jump on, say hi, tell me where you're from, and why don't you share your favorite junk shopping spot? Is it a flea market, a thrift store, a garage sale? Is there a certain antiques fair or something that I should know about? You guys tell me in the comments, and it'll help other people too, because you guys will find people that live around you and maybe they know some sweet honey hole that you don't know. So let's share the love on where to find good stuff, okay? Yeah, thanks. Number one, I want to start off by making sure you really have a heart and an understanding for the people who sell stuff at flea markets, okay? Or at thrift stores or at antique shops even, but especially at antique fairs and things like that. These people work so incredibly hard, you guys. So especially when you go to a place like Round Top Antiques Week, always super impressed with my tips, aren't you? When you go somewhere like Round Top Antiques Week, where people are setting up in tents, temporary, and they make their tent amazing, and it looks like a store that's been there for years, and it's perfectly decorated and curated, and the displays are outstanding and give you amazing ideas. I want you to know they work so hard, not just to put that tent and that whole scene together, but all that goes on the back end of finding all those treasures. So there's a lot of hands sometimes that touch the items that you're looking at before you even get to them. A lot of big vendors have pickers, so people that do the treasure hunting and then resell to them. So sometimes things could have gone through 2 or 3 people before it actually gets to you. And I know that you want the best deal, but you have to remember all that's gone through to get to where it's in your hand ready for you to buy. So just keep that in mind and have a lot of kindness, respect, and just manners for the people who sell to you, because they are a treasure chest of knowledge, and they can answer questions. They can teach you the coolest things. They can tell you about things. They can talk about what things are worth and give you backstories on some of the items that you buy or the things that you collect. And so they're just so much fun to talk to. And I encourage you to take a minute to get to know the people that you buy from, because they're special people. Next, this is what I do. This is my biggest trick to not overpay for items. So if I am standing in a booth or I'm at a garage sale or whatever it is, and I spot the item that I want to buy, before I even look at the price tag, before I even ask how much it is, I set a price in my mind. I set a go price, and I say, you know what? That's worth $5 to me. That's worth $50 to me. That's worth $1 to me. And whatever it is, that is my starting point. And it's irrelevant what the price tag says or what the person tells me the price is. So then you ask or look at the price tag and you figure out how much this item is listed at. And you have basically 3 choices. Number 1, you're in your mind thinking $5 and the price tag says $4, and that's when you say, woo! And you take that sucker home and you just smile and feel awesome in your heart like you got a great deal. Number 2, the price is close. Okay, so maybe the price, you're thinking $5 and it says $7. And you're like, I know you're wanting to just pay the $7. Let's talk about this. You're like, oh, it's close enough, it's $2. But once you get into some bigger items, like you're thinking it's worth $40 and the price tag says $60, that's a bigger swing, right? But don't compromise the number in your head, okay, guys? This is how you stay on a budget when you shop for thrift store and flea market finds. The thing that you can do is ask, what is your best price on this item? If you're uncomfortable offering an amount, if you're uncomfortable, like really getting into the nitty gritty of negotiation, say, what is your best price on this item? And they'll tell you. I think one thing that you don't want to do is if something's $60, say, I'll offer you 20 or 30. because people will really just get fed up and they'll say no, and it's just distasteful because they know that you have no respect for the work that they've put in to get that item into the store or into this booth or whatever it is. So it's not always a good tactic to just lowball somebody. It might work sometimes, but I don't recommend it. I say let the ball fall in their court a little bit and say, what's your best price? Always like, this is so boring, so boring. But this is so jazz to me. I could like talk this all day. So, and you guys tell me what your negotiation tactics are in the comments, because I want to hear what you guys do when you're at flea market shopping, because you might have some trick that I don't know about, and I'm all about learning a new shopping technique. Okay, guys? So the next thing I want to say is your third option is, okay, you look at the price tag, it's way more than you wanted to pay or willing to pay, that number in your head, and I guess this third option has 2 points to it. You can completely just walk away and say, you know what, I'm going to keep looking, I'm going to keep hunting, and I'll find it for the right price. Or what you can do is really just be honest with that vendor. And I don't mean that in a, hey, will you take 20 bucks for this? Just tell them, I'm so disappointed. I just saw this. I really like it, but I have this number in my head. My budget is $20 and I don't want to insult you by offering $20 on this $60 item. What is your best price? Is there any way you can move closer to the price that I'm willing to pay? And they'll just say yes or no, and you have to be willing to walk away. But that's how you respectfully just be honest with them and say, I can't spend that much on this. I understand that it might be worth it, but my budget is only XYZ. And that way you just have a respectful conversation, and you don't need to feel bad negotiating with people in these types of situations, because truthfully, most vendors know that people negotiate. And most vendors, a rule of thumb that's pretty safe to bet is that they'll come down 10% off the price. And so the lower the price of the item, if you're looking at $1, $5, $10 items, they may not budge on those. But when you get into the higher priced items, there usually at least is a 10% negotiation wiggle room that they've built into the price, or that they're willing to forego for a sale. So just remember that, and don't be afraid to ask. The last thing I want to say that really helps you in negotiating and in your pricing is cash. Cash is king when you're at flea markets, vintage places, antique places, even in the stores, because people get charged fees to charge a credit card. So it is cheaper for the vendor if you just pay cash. So come prepared with cash, and those are my top few ideas and tips for getting the best prices when you're out junk shopping. I would love to hear what your ideas are, so don't forget to tell me. Share this with somebody who would love to know some tricks and tips on vintage shopping, and be sure and show me your finds along the way, because I love a treasure hunt. And even if you get a good deal, I love to see it. So be sure and follow along, hit the like, share, comment button, and visit me next time when I share some more pro tips. Have a good day, guys. What'd you think, Holly? Are we done?